Hello, welcome to the Cars, Bars, and Guitars podcast episode
number 90.
I'm AJ. I'm AJ.
I'm Steve.
Steve, who are we brought to you today by?
A scrapped 2000 Honda Civic with 205,000 miles on it.
But it had so much more time to go.
Well, the body and brake lines were rusting away from it, so no. Kaylin's cousin Colleen's car, say that quickly, was not long for this world. She'd driven from upstate New York to Key Largo to Charlotte, and it decided to give up the ghost, and for a $2,300 car, it was suddenly going to be due $2,500 in repairs.
And so it's mechanically totaled,
yes,
but through its own owner.
So it got scrapped yesterday for $330, which is still $50 more than my Vibe, which was still running on trade.
Huh. Now, Civics aren't really... I mean, I know it was a Northeast car, but like... I haven't seen many rusty Civics.
I think it was more the undercarriage that was disintegrating. So
okay.
the body was worn and torn after 20 years, but not rusted. It was, beat up here and there, but yeah, not rusted. But it's just the frame, brake line, and gas lines were leaky, broken, and kaput. So It was the invisible wounds that did it in.
Because most of the time when you see an older Honda, I would say anything older than 05 now, it runs perfectly, but all the paint's missing. Because Honda just puts notoriously thin paint on everything.
Hers was silver, so it had gone gray, but I couldn't really tell at a glance.
It was, you said it was a 2000?
Yeah.
I bet you it was Sebring Silver Metallic, the same color as my S2000 was.
I didn't check for its beat-up Florida racetrack credentials, sorry.
Well, Steve, what are you going to be starting drinking today?
Haze on the Horizon. Hazy India Pale Ale by Coronado.
That looks like a 1970s B film font, and I absolutely like that.
I showed you the koozie pattern, right?
Yeah.
It's that same sort of font.
I'm drinking a Captain Peanut Butter's Revenge.
That's a old favorite.
Yep, 3, 2, 1. One of these days we're going to do that. It's just going to fucking spew all over us.
Oh, my. I could have said this was going to be episode XC. Volvo Cross Country.
I don't hate those, actually. It's better than the all-road, which having
especially a
turbo aids is better than that.
Especially a 2.7. Yikes.
DeMuro drove over the all-road in a PT Cruiser in his Hummer.
Yep.
Now he has a fleet of cars, and some are better than others. Some are garbage, some are good. It's like either or. There's no... I don't like the new Defender, though.
It makes a very fine Honda Element.
It really fucking looks like that, doesn't it? It looks like an Element that went to P90X.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I've seen a few of the Bronco Sports out and about.
Those are good looking trucks.
Frankly, I'd have a hard time telling them apart from the new Defenders.
Yeah.
It's like, great, the curse lives on for even boxy sport utes that still look more like the other sport utes. It's like, here's your roundy ones and here's your boxy ones.
Yeah, it's a cute ute, but for what it is, like, it actually, in that blue color, that, not denim color, what would you call that? Like a
panther blue.
Yeah, and in fact, I've only seen 2 Bronco Sports in the wild. That's the only color I've seen. It's a damn sharp color, though.
Yeah, a rising tide raises all ships, but no one's clamoring for a Bronco 2.
They ought to do that and have them all the 2s be electrics. The Mustang 2, the Bronco 2. Fuck it, they'll do everything 2. We'll do the Crown Vic 2. Just 2 everything. Well, Steve, this is Yellowstone Select Bourbon Whiskey. It is 93 proof, which means it's 46.5% from a Limestone Branch Distillery in Lebanon, Kentucky. And that's who bottles it. So they bottle their own shit. This is excellent. It's $38, and I think you'll like it.
It smells twang.
But it's very mellow. I get a lot of honey on that. Do you?
Yeah.
It's
so you're saying this could be a mellow Yellowstone?
If only. Are you all right? Mellow Yellow or Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew was more the go-to because when I worked at Sam's Club, it was all Pepsi products between the vending and the soda fountain.
Right.
So it had an irresponsible amount of Mountain Dew back in the day.
You remember when Code Red came out?
Yeah, really enjoyed that one.
I was in. I was a freshman in high school when that came out.
And that was all the rage in the first Zombieland.
That's right. Well, you were all right. So you're 4 years older than me. So you were a freshman in college, and I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, so it would have been 2000.
Yeah. I mean, they stacked the machines because they kept running out like multiple times a day. So then there was just 3 drink machines. There was a Coke machine and 2 Pepsi machines. Like one Pepsi machine had nothing but fucking Mountain Dew Code Red in it. Well, one day I forgot who it was. I think it was Chase Henson. It might have been him. I don't know why I had that name in my head, but I think it was him. The machine ate his money, and he kicked the fuck out of it, and it kept shooting out NuGrapes after that, and it wouldn't stop.
No.
So I was like, well, fuck it. It's free NuGrape.
It's free. This was at 19th on my list of stuff to order, but free is free.
It's free. I don't mind. I don't mind NuGrape. I got to be in the mood but they don't make diet grape soda.
I've
that I'm
never
aware
seen that. I'll see what I can find in the Fago world. So we're going to do my next trip to Roses in Kannapolis. That seems to be a blast from the past.
There's that one. There's one in Monroe. And as far as that, I don't know where the other ones are.
What, Roses?
Roses, yeah.
There's still one in Plaza Midhood.
Where?
Plaza and I think Sharon Amity. The one in Independence closed. That was just about spitting distance from Edge City Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there used to be a Value Village. That's gone too. One of those became a Conn's, the most unfortunate name for a furniture and appliance store.
C-O-N-S?
C-O-N-N-S.
Wow.
There's also one in the university area where either the previous Best Buy or the Walmart, like where the Guitar Center and Ross have moved to.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere in that same spot. Like, they offer generous financing and everything's overpriced. So I've had nothing to do there except walk in once, get sticker shock, and leave.
The people, I don't know if I told you this. I definitely didn't tell it on here, but ZZ Sounds, where I got my my PA from, they do.
They said top awful funny.
They do financing, but they don't check your credit. But you do have to put your social security number in, and if you default on one payment, they fucking go after you. But they don't. You can choose your own.
Take more aggressive measures with this then.
Yeah, you don't. They don't, because they don't charge you interest or anything like that. It's just like if it's $1,000 worth of equipment, you can do 4 payments of $250. You can sign up for that, and then you just have to sign the thing saying that you're going to pay it, and they have your social security number.
If you've got my social security number, then you can start paying on it once my social security kicks in. So see you fuckers in 30 years.
If there's even a world. There'd be a comet or an asteroid. Comet wouldn't hit. That doesn't work like that. Asteroid. See you motherfuckers, I told you.
And the bumper sticker keeps saying giant meteor, so you got that going for you.
Well, a meteor doesn't become a meteorite until it comes through the surface, I think, of the atmosphere, I believe. But it's been a long time since I took astronomy. Not astrology, though.
I have no idea what my rising moon sign in the eastern northern portion is. Tuna.
I'm a cat, actually. I would be. Actually, I am a cat. I think Emily and I were the year of the tiger in at least Chinese zodiac. I don't remember what the 1981 was.
I think I got the rooster.
He ain't gonna die. Well, you got any new developments at work or with car or with?
Got a bunch of parts I still have yet to install on the car. Apparently, my raise is supposed to take effect as of this week, so it'll be on next week's check.
Are they going to retroactively too?
Else, I'm going to take a pitchfork to them. So there's that.
I've always wanted to do that. Can I come along?
So it was a prospective job seeker there. Give you the tour.
Yeah.
So that would be one way that you could go through and see the thing.
You know, maybe I should do that. Be like to go out there and demand. Like I would be really good as a manager of the detail department, but I think everybody would probably quit because I would be too meticulous with it.
This week some shit hit the fan that we just really cracked down on. Lots of things having been done wrong, so maybe something will happen. It's also survey time, so it's going to be the same complaints as the previous quarters.
In my line of work, same thing. same thing too. Prices go up, and then somebody one time said something wrong cashier wise, and now they just won't shop there anymore, and blah blah blah. Cool. See you in 2 fucking weeks when you decide it's too expensive to go to Publix.
Yeah. Or too far to go to the next food line at the next highway exit. Oh darn.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
They're kind of everywhere. Like that's a nice threat. See you next week.
Exactly. Yeah, I've done that before. Not said that, but there was a lady causing a scene up front several years ago, and she's, "I'll never shop here, and I'll tell blah 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 blah." And then like I remembered who she was, and then like 2 weeks later, I saw her in there pushing a buggy. I was like, "Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a long time. How's everything going with?" She's like, "Oh, it's fine." I'm thinking like, "Fucking burn."
So, how was shopping at points elsewhere?
Exactly.
Did you enjoy the compare foods or the save a lot?
You can get a bag of ground beef for 80 cents, but it has shit moving in it. Yeah, go ahead, save that money. Extra protein in that beef.
Yeah, that's it.
I got a lot of news, Steve. So you want to start with the news?
All right.
It ran out of batteries. Steve, Americans are consuming higher alcohol by volume craft beer, but overall beer consumption has decreased. So the beer that they are drinking is a higher gravity.
So you're saying we concentrated it.
You know my stance on that. I would much rather drink. I feel worse after drinking 4 whole pints than I do 4 like little butt plug glasses because it's just the sheer amount of liquid. It has nothing to do with the alcohol, but I think I might be in the minority there. But I never. If you see me at Saucer on Monday, I drink those. I don't usually get the pints unless it's like last. But that
and I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. It's like, this looks interesting. Give me that.
Yes, you do. Well, sometimes they know us, and then I order a Dragon's Milk and I get a fucking pint of it.
Yeah, like, that's going to be loud enough to knock you down.
Yes, I'm glad I'm off tomorrow sometimes on Tuesdays.
At least I no longer have to immediately follow Saucer and then work. Those were rough.
Yikes. Or podcast then work.
Yeah.
Now at least you get 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, I get 4.
Oh, you stay up?
At least try to.
Any reason?
Kaylin appeared to enjoy my company, so I try to oblige.
That's fair. Emily and I have been married so long now, it's just like, all right, I'm going to bed. All right, good night. Well, see, it's usually cold.
Or like, I'll try to, and then like pass out on the couch for 2 hours. And it's like, you need to go to bed. Oh, yeah, my neck's going to fall off.
We got another one. We have the technology.
Yeah, that's it.
Wyoming is beginning their inaugural craft beer week this week. The Wyoming has like 60,000 people in the entire state, so I'm glad they're doing
something
it.
more like about 500,000, but it's not a lot. Physically, it's the size of Colorado. Populationally, it's the size of Rhode Island.
Yeah, you're right. I was off by 0, but half a million people.
And they all live in Laramie
or Cheyenne. But I digress. I was off by a lot. But still, there's a lot of... I can't imagine there being a lot of diversity, but I'm glad they're doing it. It's beautiful, though, out there. My high school my JV the 1 year I played JV basketball, Coach Thompson was telling us that in Wyoming they actually don't take buses.
They take planes.
They take planes, and they have like weekends of basketball. So they have like a Friday night and a Saturday night game, and then fly back home because it's just too long to drive because there's no high school.
Nice to see Marshall University taught them nothing.
Where do you go? I'll go to Wyoming High. Who do you play? Idaho. Who else? That's it.
Yeah.
This is interesting, Steve.
I taught Scorpions how to play.
Nice. Keystone Light has unveiled their new Smooth Operator vest. The vest comes with... This is a big... It looks more like a backpack, but it comes with a...
I was thinking it's going to be a safari vest that you hold beer cans in, but go on.
But I'm not stopping there.
But wait, there's more.
Collapsible stool, 2 high beam lamps, a waterproof speaker, a fishing rod and reel, a stocked tackle box with 308 pieces, a hiking stick, a phone pouch, a storage strap, 2 solar power banks, and a cooler compartment that will hold a 6-pack of beer and another insulated compartment for a little more beer. I'm in. It's huge, but I'm in.
This sounds like the cross between the Coleman store and a Brookstone. This is insane.
I'm okay with even if it's Keystone Light, which is notoriously flavorless, but that's pretty bald. You don't have to put. It doesn't say you have to keep Keystone Light in it.
It is simply product of their imagination.
I don't know how much it is.
I think it's stepping up to a Rolling Rock. Gosh,
I don't know I don't know how much it is, but gotta imagine it's probably not cheap.
Yeah.
Well, we could carry the can koozie thing, or not koozie, but the can thing I have. That's fucking boss.
I had one of those, and it leaked, and it was.
Well, you're not supposed to put ice in it, are you?
Well, it was a lousy job insulating either way,
Oh.
so it just kind of fell apart. Like, well, this was $4 at Played Against Sport, so the stakes were low. My brother's now a manager there at the one in Greensboro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I assume he likes it?
He's been with them about as long as he's been back in Greensboro, so that's been 5 years.
I can't believe he's been gone for 5 years. Jesus Christ. I don't know where the time goes. I'd like to get some of that shit back, actually. Pearl Jam has collaborated with Missoula's Kettle House Brewing Company on a new beer called the MPS Maple Paul Sugar Pool Ale with a portion of the
Paul Reed Smith Maple Pool Bourbon Hall
Niner
chicken.
With a portion of the proceeds going to Superior, Montana Skate Park as well as other Pacific Northwest charities. Because Pearl Jam. I don't know what a pool ale is. I don't know what style it is, but it's probably...
That sounds like
session.
some sort of lighter type thing.
Yeah. I can appreciate sessions, but like I don't know. If I'm going to Saucer and the beer's cheaper, I'm not trying to maximize my...
Sessions are lower in alcohol, less expensive, hence that one I found at Costco.
Yeah.
It's still 24 for $20.
That's hard to beat.
So, why, yes, I did get another one. Yeah. Versus... Yeah, the more budget highlight, $9 for a 12-pack, or the bottle I brought, a Sierra Nevada Nectarine Ale, also 12 for $9.
Interesting.
It's the magic of going to random stores and continuing to shop the clearance aisle. So TJ Maxx taught me well.
I don't recall ever having a nectarine. I think we. All right, so Magic Hat's apricot. That's a stone fruit, and I've seen peaches and stuff, but not. I don't think I've seen nectarines.
It's good.
Interesting.
It tastes more citrusy than those.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a hard flavor to
mess up.
Yes, but it'd be also one. It'd be hard to what? Man, I'm fucking losing.
To capture the essence of it, whatever sort of marketing bullshit you want to throw at it. Yeah,
right.
Got you covered.
Like pumpkin beer. You're tasting cinnamon and nutmeg and coriander.
Yeah,
you're not.
Joke's on you. It contains no pumpkin. We've actually been using zucchini this whole time,
and you're never gonna notice. You could be using the only kind of squash you'd notice if it was spaghetti squash because you don't need noodles in your fucking beer.
Says you. Oh wait, then it would be using pumpkin beer to cook up spaghetti squash. It'd be a very sweet dish.
Then I'm not actually opposed to that, to be honest with you. Is it wings or Mexican today?
You know, despite how much bone-in chicken I've had in the last month,
I
still want more chicken wings.
I had wings for lunch.
I actually asked Kaylin earlier, I was like, feel like Mexican or Italian? Italian's like, that's kind of the catch-all. If we go to the pizza joint, wind up getting wings, and you wind up getting some sort of Italian dish. So that's the closest thing to it.
Right.
Is Empire open yet? And if so, are they worth a damn?
I don't know. And also don't know if it's a chain or not. Did I ever tell you the story about when we were in college? And
I think with the name of Empire, it would have to be a chain. Do they also sell flooring?
1-800-EMPIRE Flooring and Pizza.
Have you seen the dog reactions to that song?
No.
Dogs flipping out at that jingle.
Doesn't surprise me.
Sounds like that company.
Oh, well. Well, you know what? If the electrician wants to be on the show, the electrician can be on. I was like, we have another microphone here, and like it's totally possible.
Hey, Electric Man, what you doing?
We're just drinking and having a good time. You either think we were serial killers or really famous serial killers, or natural born. Have you ever seen Natural Born Killers?
No, I haven't.
It's worth your watch. If I'm telling you that, then
yeah, it's like coming from the man who watches nothing. Interesting.
So did I tell? I forgot that if I've told you the story or not. But back in college, we were looking for. Like, they wanted to get ice cream. I was like, no, let's go get some donuts. I'm like, where are we going to get donuts this time? So the only Dunkin' Donuts that was open when I was in college was on the other side of town at South Boulevard. Mm-hmm. And, like, the whole time they were like, well, we kind of want ice cream. But, we hadn't had Dunkin' in a while. We're going to go to Dunkin'. We go to Dunkin' Donuts.
And this was before the Baskin Dunkin'.
No, it was still there. And they were so mad they didn't talk to him because when we got there, I ordered a milkshake. But that was a long time. That might
have been long enough ago. The only cookout in town was off Sugar Creek.
Sugar Creek, yeah. And
once upon a drunk trip there, I think I almost got us killed. So not you and me, us, but like Grand Company, us.
Well, you and I almost got ran over by a Jeep Grand Cherokee in Asheville. Yep. So, Jesus Christ. Well, Steve, the Beer Spa of Denver, Colorado, of course, charges $119 per couple to soak in a bath of hops, barley, and fennel for an hour. And you can also drink while you soak in all the hipster goodness.
Yes, put a cup in it and go.
So how no.
For those not watching, my face is becoming a raisin. Goodness.
I'm not saying I wouldn't try it. I'm just saying I wouldn't try it for $120.
No.
If you're paying me $120.
Yeah, that's it. What I should have done was bought the cheap 40s and just do it myself. Because that Natty Light 40.
Edward 40 body.
It's now going to be. Well, I like to say this is bought by clearance aisle or bought by manager special.
I don't think the beer would seep through your port, but if you did that in bourbon, you'd be shit housed. I would imagine. Wouldn't it seep through your skin a little bit? And
I'm going to make a new twist on the Aristocrats, having used that for a bourbon bath. Cheap whiskey bath.
Cheap whiskey bath. Yeah, you couldn't use like good bourbon. It would take too much.
No, that would be too expensive.
Yeah. I wonder if that would, because I know if you do like an enema of it, it really fucks you up. But like, what if it seep through your skin?
Considering if you're in it, you're not far off it having been said enema.
Orify. Is that the plural? Is that the plural for orifice? Orify?
Whichever. Not to be confused with Orpheus Brewing of Atlanta.
Orpheus or Morpheus?
The first.
Morpheus?
I would put it past them to make an Orpheus Morpheus.
It would have to have, like, be garnished with a little sunglasses that magically stay on.
I always thought that was such a cool looking sunglass design.
Yeah, but I like the third one and you don't, so. Yeah. But we both hate the second one.
Yeah, what's your favorite Green Day song? Minority? What's your favorite Tom Cruise movie? Minority Report? No, that's my favorite movie I wrecked a car immediately before seeing.
There's a John Oliver episode of Last Week Tonight that's How Was This Still a Thing? And it was Hollywood whitewashing. And it was going through people. And he goes, and Tom Cruise is the last samurai. This guy's the last samurai. It keeps showing as like this guy's the last samurai. Fuck you.
For what it's worth, I'm still shocked that Robert Downey Jr. got away with doing what he did in Tropic Thunder. That was only 15 years ago, and it's totally ironically, but still, like, how and the what and the huh?
All right, I think it's like that.
Dude playing the part of a dude dressed as another dude.
I think it's because it was him. And they knew it was supposed to be a parody of it not being...
Yeah.
It's like why you wouldn't be mad at Weird Al for covering your song, because it's supposed to be silly. Now, if like...
But Weird Al also didn't become Weird Al Jolson in the process.
True, but if like Gary Busey did it, like, of course there would be some backlash.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious, but there would be backlash. Gary Blackface.
In my mind's eye, I like where this is going, and the world may never be able to see it.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah. Webster. Different Gary.
Yeah. What's his last name? Coleman. Yep.
Gary Coleman Busey.
Don't you get short with me.
Now I'm just imagining Webster with giant teeth. Hey, look, he looks like a new BMW. I saw my first one of those on the road. It does not improve on 485. On a black car, it's less bad.
But
it was the M440i, so it wasn't even the full-on M4. It was like, oh, congratulations, you were a step away from more Tropic Thunder phrasing.
they are doing that too with the 5s and 6s, I think, for next year.
There were speculations of them doing that in the 90s. Like I saw a concept mock-up of that. Oh no. They still had a few years of good design remaining. So there you have it. The only remaining good-looking cars they'll have are the X3 and the 1-2 series.
Yeah. I don't mind the 1M.
Changed since, 2008 when it debuted.
I don't mind the 1M, but I always felt like BMW and Audi had the laziest designers because it's just a bigger version of the same car. And I always felt like, am I the only one that sees this? But then I met you, and I'm like, it's a match made in heaven. But is nobody else seeing it, or do they just not care?
That could very well be it.
Because at least Mercedes, like, look, a lot
for
of people
a while,
couldn't,
like
but
the generation before my car, the Yaris to the Corolla to the Matrix to the Camry to the Avalon to the Venza, like all looked pretty much the same.
corporate styling, but not the same car.
No, but at least it's not like even the numbers are lazy. It's like small number, small car, big number, big car.
We ought to do it backwards.
This is my 9 Series BMW. What is it? A motorcycle.
This is like it's the Nix Holt. It's the Nix Holt 9 million extravaganza, and it's the size of a smart car.
I'm going to
sorry.
make myself the Hummer H0. It's based on a Geo Metro.
That's great. I like that idea.
I never got around to sketching that out, but to make a super tiny sort of Hummer.
Or no, do the Hummer Cross.
It's like, oh wait,
the Hummer a crossover.
Oh no.
Oh yes, Hummer Cross sounds like something you get like at a really, really cheap.
I think that's
club.
what happens if you somehow pick up a nun.
What does she do with the cross, Steve?
Unholy things, AJ.
Nice.
Unholy things.
Every time I see one of those necklaces, I'm like, what does the T stand for?
Theology.
Indeed.
And other superstitions.
My man. Brewdog, worth $2 billion.
How and what in the Scotland via Cleveland is going on here?
Is in hot water after multiple allegations of toxic work environment from former employees. They have not said everything's untrue, but they've said they have learned from their mistakes and have moved on. I didn't read the article; was really long. But
in Cheerier News, they did have some sort of IPO type thing prior to them becoming coming stateside.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just curious how to bought into that then, maybe 3 years ago. What are they worth before their current shit's hitting the fan?
You want to go back in time? I think if I could do that, it'd be 99, and I would buy 10 acres of land at Concord Mills, and I'd sit on it till right now. And then, even if I don't have children, but my kittens would never have to work.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not how that works, but we don't have. They don't have to know that.
They don't have to be cute internet celebrities. It's going to be about it for work.
That sounds like a great that sounds like a good job, actually. If reincarnation is true, I'd like to come back as a cat. What would you be coming back as?
That sounds mad decent.
Sleep, eat, shit, pee, hiss, sleep. Actually, Coco's hissed. I've seen Coco hiss twice. Once was at Cairo when we first got her. And the second time was when somebody was walking a dog in front of the house. And Coco got... and got up and
Oh, wow.
yeah, and she was like she's protecting the house, even though she's a big fucking baby. Ford releases the 2022 Maverick, a small 4-door front-wheel drive based pickup that is a
So
unibody.
they made a tinier Ridgeline. And was it all turbo 4, front drive, but with all drive option?
Yep.
Hybrid and automatic only.
Yep, they're all hybrid. They're all it's only sold with a hybrid drivetrain.
It definitely simplifies matters.
I like
the looks of the Ranger when it finally made it stateside, but that's also an old platform. But no, it's dead to me stateside.
Have you seen the Maverick?
Yeah.
It looks good.
That's a totally decent looking rig. Like, why can't the new Escape look like that?
It does. It's called the Bronco Sport.
Something between the two instead of like the Joker grin.
Oh.
That now the last of the Fusions and the Escape now suffer from the 2010 Mazda effect of what I call the Joker grill.
Right.
That's just this goofy looking grin of a face on the car.
Yeah.
Whereas the Aston Fusion looks sharp. And the Escapes prior to that looked completely okay. Instead of, it's hungry and it's going to eat my face.
Tony Robbins hungry. Hey,
Did I tell you I found a Tony Robbins tape in my yard when I was mowing? It's like, Anthony Robbins, motivational speaker.
George Carlin's thing on motivational speakers. Have you seen that? If you're motivated enough to go get a motivational tape, aren't you motivated enough to do that? So you don't need the fucking tape. Go outside.
It was a tape or book, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I found?
Or that or self-help.
Yeah. I found in my yard a pair of Ray-Bans. I still like they're
Nice.
downstairs. They're not polarized. They're the cheapest possible Ray-Bans you could possibly get, but they are Ray-Bans.
They are random free Ray-Bans. So there's that.
I use them outside when I'm like doing yard work and shit like that. When I don't want to mess up the ones I bought.
Sure.
But,
meanwhile, I have a small army of cheap aviators, so the stakes are real low.
you know what? One day I'm going to get a wild hair up my ass, or maybe even a rabbit, and I'll get you a really nice pair of sunglasses, and I'm going to see how long it takes you to lose them or break them. Bet you take good care of them.
My current most expensive pair were a pair of blenders my brother-in-law gave me for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And that might be a $25 pair. The ones with the red frames, blue lenses, they look really cool.
Yeah.
They're polarized. They're gorgeous. But yeah, those make it out once in a blue moon.
I do like the shirt, too.
Oh, I think it's
Where did you get that?
Funny you should ask. For a while, my brother had been eating lots of Dum Dum Pops.
Why?
Well, you get the big-ass bag, so that's something to snack on. And if you kept the wrappers, send the wrappers back in, they send him the T-shirt. It's like, what shirt size do you have? Large. So he effectively traded
Diabetes for a shirt.
He's surviving his non-diabetes quite nicely.
How many wrappers do you have to send to get a shirt?
I'll get back to you on that.
That sounds amazing. And since Dum Dums are like the rice of the candy world, you could just eat a fucking bunch of them.
It's not nearly as bad as, say a Tootsie Roll Pop or a Blow Pop. Like it's a much smaller thing. Now I want to do Chubby Bunnies with Dum Dum Pops. This is going to be an incredible picture. And
like
then hold a lighter up
smoking
to it.
all the cigarettes. What is that from? It was like Weekly World News, was
That
it?
sounds something batshit or like some goofy
You mean
comedy.
Bat Boy? I would love to have a Weekly World News T-shirt. It would be fucking great. Do you remember the airplane the movie, and they had the boy trapped in a refrigerator eats his own foot? Well, I do like the Maverick.
Well, what can I say? It wasn't finger food.
Ask the Donner Party. I like the Maverick, but what's funny is I wonder how many people are going to buy it that shit on the Ridgeline when it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's a
thing.
smaller concept since Ridgeline is effectively pilot pickup, which is bigger than the Escape that the Maverick's based off of. That sound about right?
Yeah. It's pretty small. Like
Yeah, like that. That would make it the smallest truck probably since the end of the original Ranger in 2012.
And for most people,
Which for shits and giggles, I still try to look up like a 4.0 Ranger, and those are tough to come by.
Yeah, with the stick too.
Yeah, or the Mazda B4000s.
Probably.
I'm wary about the 3-liter. But never mind. Like I could find a very high mileage example through my old mechanic shop.
Right.
I told you about the Baby Raptor, right? Loudest damn thing I've ever driven because of road noise.
In that
well, this is also knobby tires on a two-wheel drive with a killer stereo. It's like I had to wear earplugs driving that fucking thing. I managed to eke out 18 miles a gallon in mixed driving in a 3.0 powered two-wheel drive pickup.
As I get that in mine, and mine weighs a lot fucking
yeah,
more.
I gotta say that's half a metric ton longer.
Yeah, that. I will say, yep. After about a year of owning the Wrangler, it's thirstier than the Cherokee was, but I don't care. I like it still.
Yeah, well, that's you do what you want, and
I have a short commute. If I had
like on working days, I could easily put 40 miles minimum on the car.
Right.
And if I do anything else, it magically becomes 50, say,
Right.
today.
I mean, tomorrow.
The car is cheap to operate, and
It is.
hot damn, it's kind of handsome too, so that's nice.
It's damn good looking. I would tell you if I didn't like it. Like, not super crazy
Yeah,
about
not
the vibe,
like
even though I like the vibe. Like, it's a good car to own.
Yeah,
but
for its worth, I did want a Matrix.
right.
Glad
Matrix is better than
glad
the
it
car.
didn't wind up with the second gen of either, though.
Yeah, I can't imagine why, Steve, because barftastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's funny how people are going to probably buy the Maverick, the same people that
Sorry,
shit on
Chris.
the Honda. They shit on it for being a Honda, not because it was from.
Yeah.
Most people that
use a Ford Maverick to haul around my Honda lawnmower.
I mean, most people that buy a truck, they don't really need a truck. They bought a truck because they like trucks. Because I mean, you're not when you see an F-250.
When I got the first Tacoma, I moved twice that year, and then stayed in that apartment 3 years.
And then you became everybody's best friend. Although that truck had a short bed too, so imagine having like a.
Well, it was short bed with toolbox, but still, it's a pickup. So, and the toolbox gained a generous dent in it from having a keg roll loose. So, they're like, thwack! Like this huge dent in it from that. Like, oh yeah, you're supposed to security things. Nah.
That's okay. It's character dent.
I really enjoyed the sheer don't give a fuckness of that one. It's like now I feel like I actually have to take care of this car.
That's what I miss about the Cherokee.
Yeah,
I park it anywhere. Now I can still park it anywhere, but I still worry about it. But I won't get door dings in it because running boards.
Yep.
So that's nice, unless another Jeep does. But another Jeep will not door ding another Jeep.
Yeah.
So,
never mind, the doors are completely unfettered. So it's like you open it. That's
yeah.
It's either open or it's closed.
I am gonna go doorless.
On the Vibes driver door lack that midpoint. So we're just crash into everything.
It's a Dave. You should call it Dave Matthews.
I'll put Kalen on the case.
Good.
They're like, that's where our music tastes greatly diverge.
Yeah.
She'll keep Dave Matthews. I'll keep the Prodigy. And we have a happy overlap of a lot of everything else.
She also doesn't like Two Skinny Jays.
Or the Bloodhound Gang. Which is funny because I've seen the both of them.
Well, you've seen Bloodhound Gang a couple times, right?
Once. I've seen KMFDM twice. Prodigy never. 9 Inch Nails 3 times. Ministry thrice. I've seen the band Thrice 0 times.
If you would have said thrice, that'd been great.
Wrong level of punk.
Emily and I are very close in our taste too, but when I get any heavier than Killswitch Engage, she doesn't really like. So when I put LD50, which I gave Greg LD50,
Yeah.
he said he had a surprise review for me. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. It's been a little bit busy, but
Yeah, you've not divulged much of that on the pod, have you? That's been a really neat project you and Greg have going.
it is.
And the fact you didn't completely barf listening to The Clash, I was shocked.
yeah,
Because I told you everything I like. It's like, yep, there's that, and everything else is pretty strange. Like, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. So for Pottus World, my brother Greg and I, which Greg wants to come down for the weekend to spend some time with me, and he wants to be a guest. I was like, just name it, and we'll do a show.
Finally meet this elusive brother of yours.
Well, he was at our wedding, but that's been 8 years ago. So.
Yeah, like so maybe we met, maybe we didn't. Hey, Greg, or hello again. Yeah.
What's funny is that bed that you used to sleep in.
Yeah.
Bed frame. That was his bed when he was
well,
a kid.
that.
Because it's from my grandmother.
Wait, I was gonna say like it's stamped 1942. It's like it's the World War II bed.
So it makes a really good ally. So he's going to come down. He wants to do an episode on Rush. He loves Rush, and he wants to do either Rush or Pink Floyd.
Shit,
because that's his two favorites.
Wow, that's going to be quite interesting.
He said I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. I'm like, good.
Well, do what you want. Pick your band. It's like, fucking do both. Like,
exactly.
Just schedule accordingly. It's like that would be it could be the longest podcast ever.
Yeah, I was like, come, we could just,
high five, mic stand.
I'll just take off on a Saturday, and we'll just like start at noon, and we'll just see how long we can make this motherfucker go. The longest we've ever done, I think, was 3.5. I think that's right. But
suck it, Joe Rogan. What?
Oh shit! I watched him and fucking. Oh god, the guy you don't like the voice of from Asheville, the comedian.
Is Duncan Trussell?
Duncan Trussell
from Asheville?
I think so.
It says, everything's gonna be like this. Like,
yeah, they did.
I like my drugs and stuff.
They did 5 hours and like 10 minutes, and it was unbelievably good. But I like Duncan Trussell.
How on earth did he date Natasha Leggero?
Well, now she's married to a very handsome fellow.
I'm a big fan of Moshe Kasher.
I just like the name. Like even if he looked like Tom Arnold, like having a name like Moshe Kasher is just a fucking great name. But Greg wants to come down and do an episode. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, it's always an open spot. So, back to topic. We're doing. He gives me an album.
Topic? Oh yeah, that.
He gives me an album. I give him an album. We are 20 years apart. He's 55. I'm 35. And
were you?
Yeah, sure. Well, I got a little bit left.
You need a beer.
Yes. So he gives me an album that he loves and grew up listening to, and I give him the same. I've played it safe a couple of times, and then this time he's like, "Nope, don't. That's not the idea. The idea is to expand the horizons." I'm like, "All right." So last time I gave him Mudvayne LD50. This time he gave me John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, the Eddie and the Cruisers soundtrack, and it's covers of 50s and 60s songs, like sock hoppy.
Okay.
Pretty good. My favorite he's given me so far, and Steve is going to hug me virtually from over there, is British Steel from Judas Priest. I didn't realize that it was... I thought it was going to be more like Maiden or more like Motorhead, like something like that, which I still enjoy parts of, but I actually liked it. I think Judas Priest is probably my favorite one of the British bands, because it was more rock-oriented.
And they were the pioneers of the new wave of British heavy metal genre, that taking the format of the likes of Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and then making things a little faster, a little heavier, a little more operatic, just amping it up. And there's a 12-year span between Sabbath and then the Maidens and the Priests.
Yeah, Sabbath
and then everything else
69?
in there. Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
as well as the
man.
first Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. But he's just... Oh,
wait a minute.
Good tank. Dude, that's great. I like that. And honestly,
unfortunately,
I like Nectarines better than Peaches.
that was one of one 12-pack at that price.
That's really good. I like nectarines better than peaches. I don't eat any fruit with fur on it, so I don't eat kiwis either.
And that was the last time you were allowed in New Zealand. What?
Unless I'm Nick Cage, and then I could eat a peach for hours. cheesy as fuck. Anyway, so that was this latest album. I think the first one he gave me, the first one I gave him was Days of the News Yellow, and then he gave me. I've got the spreadsheet on here, which actually I could just pull it up.
You know, follow Van Wilder's advice. Write it down.
I did. It's on a spreadsheet.
I'm going to have CRS.
It's on a spreadsheet, but I don't want to open it while we got while we got it going. I guess I could. Oh, the Holtz Music Project. Let's do that.
Cool.
If you hear any popping, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. As Pops would say, I don't know what to tell you, son. Here we go.
You can get Roy on it.
All right, there we go. So, Days of the New Yellow, and then Greg gave me Zebra, self-titled. And then
not to be confused with Zebra Head.
No, that's way different. Then I gave him the Devil
Play by the Year was an interesting video.
Then I gave him Devil Put Dinosaurs Here from Alice in Chains, and I was hoping he'd like it, and he didn't. That was probably one of his least favorite I given him. He didn't like he said it was monotone. I was like, the harmonies. But he said it reminded him too much of Nirvana.
It'd be funny, you've got the gaps in this.
Yeah.
Like, listener notes.
I should. Thank you for giving me more shit to do, Steve. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And then he gave me the Moody Blues.
You play Grand Shows before yet?
He gave me the Moody Blues in Search of the Lost Chord. That is really psychedelic. Really, really psychedelic.
Nice.
Like Jerry Garcia could only wish to be as psychedelic as that fucking album was. I was changing my strings to that, and I thought I had smoked a fucking bowl.
Wow.
Then I gave him Super Unknown. He gave me Renegade from Thin Lizzy.
I really like that pairing.
It's good, but I didn't like the singles, and I like the other ones better. And I know it sounds hipster of me, but I didn't like some of the stuff. I gave him Kill Switch Engage, The End of Heartache. He gave me Blackfoot Marauder, which is very southern, heavy southern rock. He laughed when I told him Emily sings along to that entire album. He's like she can understand it. She loves that album.
What?
That's her favorite album.
If I recall correctly, I still have that CD.
I've got it.
But you've got 2 cars.
She's got it too.
Okay.
Yeah, I burn her a copy. And then,
in case you need a legit copy, since I just did a decent amount of ousting a few weeks ago.
One of my favorite Chevelle albums I gave him was Sci-Fi Crimes, and he loved it, and I was so happy he loved it.
That's a cool title.
It's that whole album. You need to listen. If we're gonna do this, that would be something I would give you to listen to. He gave me the Scorpions Blackout.
Dude, the song Blackout is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I like that album. I like that one.
Did that one have He's a Woman, She's a Man?
No.
I love that song. And considering the gender politics of the day, it gets weirder.
I identify as rich. Not after yesterday, $8,500.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Well, that was for AC, and then I got home, and Emily's like, "Hey, happy to see you, but they have something to tell you." It's like, "Yeah, your furnace isn't working right now either. They tested the heat while they were up in the attic." They're like,
"Come back in November."
Yeah, when they come back, they have to add all the extra costs of coming back and all that, and getting parts.
Oh, sweet!
It's like it'll be $3,500 then, or $1,900 now. I'm like, fuck. Go ahead, do it now.
So you're getting an off-season discount for getting your furnace installed when it's 97 out.
You know what?
Or my car's thermometer is stupid, but
it's better than.
I didn't feel that awful today.
So the old wallet's a lot lighter. But,
goodness.
But we didn't have to finance it. It took a big chunk out of savings, but we could pay for it. I should be forever thankful for that, and shut up because there's so many people out there that have it worse than I do. And we have new shit that's all warranted. So if it breaks in the next 10 years, I ain't got to pay for shit.
That's impressive considering the previous thing was buyer beware with house or house warranty, and we'll get you something that would be awful, so you need to withstand the wrath of blee blee and blah blah.
The problem with home warranties is they get to kind of push which item you get. So we went back, we replaced the upstairs unit 2 years ago with another Ream system, which is another big brand. This one's a Ream also.
That's an unfortunate name considering what you said to your wallet.
RHEEM, but yes, phonetically it is.
Oh, it's Ream, so it's going to be that lady with the awful voice. Even worse. Why are you in broadcasting?
Yeesh. I mean, kudos to her for keeping on going, but it's really annoying.
Yeah.
But the original units were from 06 when this house was built.
That, oddly enough, was something that Kay's folks ran into with purchase of a beach house.
Mm-hmm.
That the HVAC was also from 06 when it was built.
Yep.
But, yeah, we need to swap the everything. So, that almost became a deal breaker. And now they have it, and now they've got it rented out till September. So, I can have a mini moon then, and we're hoping to honeymoon in, Ireland or something amazing.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's so much stuff on the horizon that I'm really hoping imaginary job becomes a thing because I'm getting real burned out on what I'm doing now.
What was I? Oh, the AC units are 10-year warranty. The furnace is 5, but since the furnace was a third of the cost, I don't really mind it being half of the warranty.
Is that gas-powered?
Yeah, we have gas heat. He gave me the Hooters Nervous Night, and I gave him Toxicity from System of a Down. And Steve swears up and down he hasn't heard the song And We Danced. It's the only Hooters song I'd ever heard, and it's on that album. And we danced like the wave of the ocean romance. And I actually like it. Then he gave me British Steel. I gave him Tantric self-titled. And then I gave him Breaking Benjamin Phobia. He gave me The Clash London Calling. And actually his two favorites now, actually his three favorites have been Chevelle, Tantric, and Breaking Benjamin, which is hilarious because it's all post-grunge modern hard rock. So that's and my favorite one he's given me so far was obviously Judas Priest. So that's where we are right now. And then we're doing singles.
Do not ever listen to Judas Priest Painkiller while driving.
Oh. Well, do over 100?
You will max out the Jeep doing so.
I've allegedly already done that. And now we're doing one album a week, and now we're doing singles. We just started. So I gave him Evil Angel before he did the Breaking Benjamin album. He loved it. He gave me Trickster, Surrender. It was an 80s power ballad.
I would say that's not a Cheap Trick cover.
No.
That, oddly enough, irritating new coworkers, Cheap Trick's on the radio. It's so I started to sing his Surrender to him. It's that's a little too accurate, and how dare you?
Then I gave him Alter Bridge Blackbird. He loved it. And then he gave me the Amazing Rhythm Aces, Third Rate Romance, and now I keep singing that song because my dad used to fucking sing that shit.
Do not know that at
Third
all.
Rate Romance, Low Rent Rendezvous. It's like an old country song. It's I'll even tell you I love you if you want me to. It's about a guy meeting a chick in a bar and then hooking up.
Dunno, and now it's almost been 12 years since I started my online dating career, and
you lucked out.
Would have definitely been Third Rate Romance back then.
Oh, it's so funny.
Goodness.
And then he gave me Triumph, Magic Power, another power ballad. That one was really cheesy.
It wasn't sang by Conan's Little Puppet Dog?
No, Trickster was kind of cheesy. Triumph was actually, it was cheesy, but it was meaningfully cheesy. Meaningfully cheesy.
So it was Munster cheesy.
Ooh, I like, Mustard's probably my favorite.
That and Provolone.
Provolone's got to be on. So I could eat mustard by itself, but provolone I have to kind of have it on like a cheesesteak or something like that. But
Munster I do find more exciting, but provolone it seems to be more common.
It really does.
But those would be my
cheddar.
My top two. Yeah, I've got a better appreciation for that, and it tastes nothing like the others. I could probably fail a blind taste test between Munster and provolone.
No, there's no way. Mustard's creamier, and then provolone's a little sharper tasting.
So next up, you need to feed each other. What's the band? Arctic Monkeys. Oh. Something but you know nothing.
He gave me the Triumph Magic Power, and I gave him Carnival Goliath. It's an Australian progressive rock band. This week he gave me something.
It's not in the spreadsheet. It didn't happen.
I haven't written it down yet.
Okay.
What did he give me this week? I gave him Change from Deftones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's batshit.
I didn't want to give him...
I was listening to that back in like the Napster plus Winamp era.
I lost my virginity to that song. I forgot what song he got. I'm on it. We talk a lot. Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. Rod Stewart, The Killing of Georgie. like, is it about the movie It?
I was thinking, no, Geordie was the previous band of Brian Johnson of AC/DC.
Better than Lordy.
Nothing at the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated bucket about birds. But we don't care. And we could be royals.
You don't like that song, do you?
I do, but the pacing of it somehow clicked with Nirvana's Plateau.
It did.
And you can't get that out of your head now either.
And we'll never be plateaus.
Bizarre song mashups. If I had any better musical skill, would prove very entertaining for us.
We could do that here with my software, probably. We have to find the right beats per minute, but we're still doing news. We're almost an hour in, but that's fine.
I'm just going to start wearing a shirt that says BPM. Sorry, Bureau of Land Management or anything else representing
BLM. This is like, the Bureau of Land Management matters.
It does.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Suck it, Bundys.
Volkswagen floats the idea of pay-per-use self-driving cars. So, Steve, why don't you tell everybody how you feel about this? Without screaming.
Or without the sound of my teeth grinding into the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
No. Self-driving is still a long way off.
Yeah.
Being, really good.
Yeah.
But considering how people drive, let some of the robots take over.
True. But it's a long way off.
And it's funny, seeing that my car has very limited, AI nanny capability with the lane keep assist.
Right.
I was like, just something I'm not paying attention to. I'm too close to the line. It beeps at me. It's not self-correcting.
No.
Like Mac's car, it will do that, and he finds that really upsetting, as well he should. But the roads are in too bad a shape, and will remain too bad a shape for self-driving to really take effect.
Yeah,
you're better off with some miscellaneous fellow in his Civic carting you around an Uber.
There's still but Elon Musk is still saying Tesla still has stuff called autopilot and self-driving, but it's not that. But all him and the muskrats is what I'm gonna call them.
Nice.
They just slob on whatever the guy fucking says. It's not self-driving yet. It's just not.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Farrah approach.
Farrah's onto something, shitting on Tesla. Yeah.
Oh, I love hearing him shit on Tesla.
Well, I told you anytime I've got a Tesla at work, want to name it right. Because you can name
Edison?
your car Edison.
Yes. Yeah. Because the first name of that we're not going to speak of.
I have yet to... Oh, my. I've yet to look it up on the website, but that's not stung us at all. It's like, why your car got a name? It's like, well, there's your odometer. But it's on 3 clicks away page to do it. It's like, I told you about my various shticks I have prepping cars for this. The temperature dial to an evil 66 degrees.
Yep.
All Teslas are named Edison. All GPSs are full zoom out if it will remain as such.
Yep.
Your odometer, if there's extra screens on it, give it something interesting. Like, yeah, your tire pressure, your oil life. No, that's boring. Give me a compass. Give me your time until rest. Something or engine hours, which oddly enough on a Dodge Journey will let you do it.
Interesting. I would feel like
in case you need that thing to feel any more agricultural, well, there you have it. Usually the engine hours amount to an average of 25 miles an hour.
Yeah. I would like lap times on my Smart 4.2. Is it measured in years?
Goodness. Oh, man.
I can't believe anybody would buy...
The Smart 4.2s have the worst interface to work with, by the way. I can't make heads or tails of how to make that stupid screen do much of anything.
I think they just figure you're going to be dead when you get hit by a tortoise, so they don't really have to have much configurability.
The Ford Tortoise SHO.
Which Mr. O'Brien still has. He still has his Ford Taurus SHO.
That. Oh dear! Like I was, a smart car.
Smart car SHO.
Did you ever see Fifth Gear? So it was So it was his show, maybe 10 years ago, when they were reviewing some oddball Mitsubishi. And they had the brilliant idea of, well, this new thing's $10,000 in gun and gas.
Right.
But if you spend $2,000 and $2,000 again, you can buy 2 smart cars and put them on top of each other. Therefore, they established, all right, this is dreadfully slow if you have a smart car on your roof.
Right. Yeah.
And trying to moose test it did not go well.
You would just fall on the moose, wouldn't you? That tall would just...
It would have squished a moose over in the trees.
If you didn't kill the
Spoiler
moose
alert,
hitting it...
It's been long enough ago that it doesn't face plant, but that was a lot of glass to break when it tips.
Have you seen the videos?
And Johnny Smith, back when he had hair, climbs out of the car... really shaken.
Have you seen
It's not shook, folks. It's shaken.
It is shaken. Not stirred.
Because
have you seen the video of the high ace?
Eddie Money taught you everything.
Hitting the brakes really hard and the back tires lifting.
Oh, no.
Yes. Because I don't know if you know what a high ace is, but he does. It's very, very cab forward. Fuck you, Dodge Intrepid.
A proto-Previa.
Yeah. If you hit it hard enough and in the right conditions, it'll lift the back tires up.
It's not for that reason, but maybe why I don't need a sport ute, because I'm pretty certain I got what had been Cat's rodeo that became Mike's rodeo onto 3 wheels a few times.
Aren't you glad you didn't get that rodeo?
Yep.
Wait, what year was that?
A 94.
Oh, Greg has a 2000.
He's got the 2nd gen. So there's the 1st gen. No airbags, but still truck enough frame. Like, they never crashed it.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had a 1st gen also in stick.
I think he got the 2nd one too.
I think it was a white one.
I've noticed an awful lot of Amigos and Radio Sports lately. Like, I'm not ruling that out for obscure quasi-convertible.
Amigo would be cool as fuck. It's no Vehicross, but it'll do.
But it's also more substantial than a 1st gen RAV4 2-door quasi convertible thing.
That's only a little safer than a big wheel.
Yeah,
like it's
have you seen the A pillars on those? Like
neither of you.
Mechanic shop in Greensboro had one briefly.
Really? No, I meant it was.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yep, full windscreen. Yeah, that's it. The old Silhouette model.
I'd like to have a Dustbuster van.
My neighbors had one, and
2 JZ swapped.
Funny you mentioned that swap.
Oh, we got 2 more bits of news. We're an hour in, but keep going.
Whatever. New irritating coworker, without providing any photographic evidence, had picked up a crashed right-hand drive Miata, likely an NA, for $300 to hopefully make it a track car, and then picked up a 2ZZ engine to put into it for $8,000, and apparently sold said car for $20,000. I'm gonna have a really hard time believing portions B and C of this.
All right, 2ZZ is the 1.8 that was in the Vibe, and it's the Toyota.
Excuse me.
2JZ.
2JZ, yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, my mind, I'll happily jarble the engine that I had and the engine that's all the hotness.
It'll fit.
The straight six with, a pair of turbos upon it. His phrasing was Hiroshima hair dryer. Well, you've got a man bun at 19. How about you have a man bun at never? There are currently 3 guys at work with man buns. You know how many that is?
4 too many.
Si, senor. I've taught you well. And they're all dipshits.
It's
just signaling this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, or I have no taste in anything that taste is important in having.
He's got an automatic 2011 Outback Sport, so the proto Crosstrek, which you already have disdain for, and thinks it's going to be a fast car. Now, you get your STI and maybe give it the suspension from said Outback Sport. So then you have something a bit more rally car-ish and some ground clearance.
Yeah.
That's right up my alley.
Sure.
But my alley is expensive, so I'll just fly low and beat the radar.
Yeah, that's
I don't
not
know
a
if ever you
car.
heard 96.3 WROV, the Rock of Virginia that I could pick up in Greensboro.
No way.
Really good classic rock station.
Huh.
I remember hearing that from the DJ then, and he kept saying that. It's like, that's pretty fabulous.
I'm sorry you had to work with so many man buns.
Well, in my immediate apartment's the one, and he kind of pissed me off initially, and then everyone else kind of followed suit.
All right.
I was not prepared to be that trendsetter. And I think he's managed to mess up so hard, like he's like one more fuck away from getting fired.
Should I call up there and be like, and ask for him specifically, and then when he picks up, I go, "Hey, can I speak to any idiot who has a man bun?"
I don't even know what the phone number is for the one on my desk.
Hey,
so
check
it's
this
like,
out.
what the hell are we doing?
I've worked at that store since November of 2012, and I don't know what the fucking phone number is.
At least yours would be listed. Like, mine's not the sort of thing that people call.
That's true.
If anybody needs to contact anybody, it's like, well, I've got my lead and my manager's phone numbers.
Right.
That's it. I don't need to contact any of the rest of you at any time for anything. No. It's always a case of, see you tomorrow, see you next week. No, we do not need to contact each other for anything.
Yep.
I don't like any of you enough to contact you outside of work. No, we're not grabbing beers. I'm doing my own thing, and I'll tell you how entertaining it was at a set Who Knows What on Fire. By the way, I'm sure you saw Lamborghini's cheap again.
Oh, of course.
Therefore, gonna find me another 4-pounder.
Fuck yeah.
And eat until it's July off of it.
I'm okay with that. Well, the 2022 Nissan 400Z will officially be released on August 17th, and I can't fucking wait.
Happy
I want to see one.
post-wedding day to me.
I want to see one in person.
I did see 370 today with an unfortunate nose kit on it, or it was a new one. Like, it looked weird.
Yeah, they all look the same.
This didn't.
It might be an Nismo.
This one looked wrong. Like, it looked dustbustery on it, going down 29, leaving work.
I know what you're talking about. That's the Nismo. They did the. Yeah.
They should stop. No, just leave alone.
Yep,
Let it be fast and remain pretty enough. Like this wasn't. It looked like a rejected Nurse Shark.
The new one's going to be 6-speed manual with over 400 horsepower from a twin-turbo V6. And I'm really want to see it in person when it comes out. It's going to start at 40, which for 400 horsepower, twin-turbo 6-speed manual.
The whole configuration that undercuts the high-end BMW 2 Series and obviously the M2 and likely outperform it.
Yeah.
And that's totally gunning for the Supra.
Mm-hmm. Which, with the manual, I think they did that. I think if the...
with like somebody trying to manual swap one and like, this is a $15,000 project.
Yeah, this is not really worth the... And last but not least, Steve, Lamborghini revealed today a full-scale life-size Lego version of its hybrid-powered Sion FKP 37 supercar. The one-off creation, built in collaboration with Lego designer, took 400,000 individual Lego Technic bricks and nearly 9,000 hours to put together. It does not run. It is just a replica giant model. And the pictures are nice.
Years ago, I went to a Lego exhibit in Burlington, and that was really cool. The artist...
Was it well put together?
It's merely well assembled.
It's my favorite.
Do you know what the plural of Lego is?
No.
Lego bricks. Apparently, the Danes do not care for you to say Legos. Never mind, they're full of shit because it's simply the Lego's the brand. The Lego brick, it's a product. So it's Lego bricks, not Legos.
Well,
cool. Hey, you know what? Don't care. They're Legos. I stepped on a bunch of Legos, and now I have to amputate my foot.
Well, if you see a bunch of tissues, usually people just say, "Hey, can I have some of those Kleenexes?" Even though Kleenex is the brand, it's really a tissue.
Could you pass me a bunch of Kleenex tissue papers? Thanks.
It's too wordy.
My nose is runny. I'm going to get a pair of Nikes.
Well, I've heard several cults like those things too, so... there you go.
Oh, did I tell you irritating new coworker's name?
Oh my God, is it like something really douchey sounding?
Run the clock back to first episode.
Shane.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because there's a guy that goes to Pour that we met and goes to Saucer too named Shane. He's actually a really nice guy.
Well,
he bucked the trend. It's not a great name, but
no,
neither's AJ. AJ's not a great name. Steve's a classic name, but
wear yours well, dude. Wait, it's on your arm, so
I'd rather been AC.
Slater.
Buck Holt. Augustus Clifton Holt III. That'd have been such a cool name. Like, God damn it, can we go back? Can we go back? I want to go back. I can't change it now. 35.
You can do what the hell you want.
I'm not changing my name.
You got married.
Now. Everybody knows me as AJ.
You could be Adam Latowski.
I got it fucking tattooed on me.
Like,
they don't have a C card. Unless I'm Uno cards tattooed. There's no C, though.
I met some people. Yes, they have C cards.
I've dated some people that have C cards. Well, Steve, we haven't done this in a couple of episodes, but I want to do songs from 1990.
All
right. We're on episode 90. And after kind of perusing through some of these, there's quite a few good ones. So you don't have your tablet, but...
Well, I've got alternative Samsung device that can still do the thing. It's just on a smaller screen.
True.
It's like not like these people need to watch it. I'm going to reload. Would you like anything?
I'm still working on mine, actually. So
all right.
I'm okay for right now. So while you're reloading, Steve, I have a vision of love, and this was for first single. Started out as an adult contemporary artist and then moved into hip hop R&B. Then married the CEO of Sony, Tommy Mottola. She also had songs like Fantasy. Mariah Carey, Vision of Love. You remember that song?
Nope.
It's great. She had pipes when she was younger. Then she took pipes later.
Heyo. Was Dream Lover was her big one with like the crazy shrieking.
Dream Lover,
right?
Come Rescue. Yeah, that.
But was that same album? Was that later?
Dream Lover.
Because the fact, like, she was able to achieve that bunch of bonkersness. Like nobody.
That might have been That might have been the same album. I think the album was called Vision of Love.
But yeah, like that. Those were inhuman noises she's making.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, there's an octave up of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just speed up that bit of the track, and I
can
totally nailed it.
I should have done it in the moment, like, and then like really messed with you. Like, did I just make that? Like, yeah,
what?
You really did. What was the name of that album?
That'll be off air as I continue attempting to replicate that. It will not go well. It will not go well. The beard's working. What can I say?
It be like that sometimes, as the kids say. I don't remember the album name.
I've never heard children say that ever.
Everybody are children when we're our age. People that are over 4 years younger than us are no, over 5, because I'm 4 years younger than you. So I want you to call me that.
Whatever, math boy. I'm just gonna give you the Casio calculator watch I bought at the Kmart when it was closing. It's like, I'm not using this. I'm never using this. I can't give it to Cameron's nephews because they'll fight over it. So then you have your fancy watch and your OG smartwatch.
I just wear them both. With a wood watch and the calculator watch.
Yeah. Which is funny because now I've
Time
seen
to count.
fancier versions of that. So like, this is a plain Jane, black watch.
Uh-huh.
Well, now you can get one in either like army green or beige.
That's no safe bet.
But the like flip-flop screen, so it's black with like off-white numbering.
Yeah.
It looks cooler that way. And only one of my watches does that, and that was my G-Shock.
Hold up.
Instead of my Mud-Resist. Well, at least it's Tybee beach-proof.
Hold up. Stop. Collaborate and listen.
Ice is back with a
brand
brand new invention.
Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. When it don't stop, yo, I don't know. Turn on the lights and I glow. Turn on. I don't fucking remember.
I was oddly enough talking with a coworker today that
like a vandal, light the stage of West, mic like a candle. Dance, rush to the speaker that booms, killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly. When I hear a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Yep. All right, so you got it.
Ice, baby.
All right, so Steve, this next track is one I enjoy when I come home and the cats are already fed and I don't have to listen to customers because Depeche Mode says enjoy
the silence.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Mm-hmm. You need to look these up too. We need a spitball. I like the spitball idea without the spit.
Yeah,
the ball. I'm looking forward to some garlic knots. I don't know. I don't even know if they have anything else on the menu at this point. The same. Now I got Brian turned on to the Long Island style wings.
Nice.
Even though he's sweat, like you see the fucking sweat coming off of his brow after he gets done.
My buddy in Raleigh that you met.
Nice.
Holy shit, that's cool. So my buddy, other Jason in Raleigh, has a 2-year-old that is now fascinated by Back to the Future.
That's great.
Oh my gosh. DeLorean disappeared in a trail of fire.
Well, there's no other movie like that, though.
Yep.
There's a lot of movies like that. Like, how long till they remake Back to the Future?
When Zemeckis is dead.
Yeah, that's fair. Somebody will remake.
then-
You know they'll remake it.
Well, it worked so well for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they shouldn't, but somebody will remake it.
No, it's
Makes new
there's-
shit. Make new shit. The old shit's been done.
yeah.
Make
or
new shit.
yeah, even trying to expound upon the journeys of that was already done in a video game. I owned the game and never played it because I have no time for such silly things. But damn it, I've got it, and I'm just pleased it's there. So what I'm going to do is watch the YouTube playthrough. Said I don't got to do nothing but sit back and probably pass out because that's what I do at home after these crazy long days.
Groove is in the heart. Delight. She was gorgeous. Lady Miss Keir. Doesn't look like that anymore. But none of us do.
Me in 1990? Yeah. What's up, me as an 8-year-old? What's going on? I saw a
4.
picture of that such, and it was a sign of things to come.
Oh, yeah, still the same.
Well, if your hair's yellow and you think you're going to end it all, are you a bit excessive? Are you a suicide blind?
I don't know what that is.
In excess.
I don't remember that song.
Song with a bonkers ass harmonica track before Blues Traveler made it huge.
In Excess with a harmonica. I need you tonight because the hook brings you back.
Funny because CJH just did the hook. And the breakdown of that, like, he kept discounting them as like being some hippy dippy band. Like, this song is making fun of the music scene of the day in '94 and doing it really well. And obviously, there's a lot going on. And somehow managing to make sense of the lyrics of it. It's like it's something I already liked, and he makes me like it more.
You know, he and the singer of the Black Crowes,
Chris Robinson,
do not like each other. They have beef.
I got a feeling.
And
Chris
it's much
Robinson,
like Chris Robinson's giant bag of dicks.
Yeah, I remember seeing him as Rolling Stone's poster boy for pot back in the day.
Well, yeah, but if you're going to be a pothead, the only potheads I know are actually like really harmless and nice.
Yeah, instead he's a colossal, star of the day, and
yeah, you know he's married too.
Really jealous again himself. I don't know
Kate
how
Hudson.
he achieves it.
Congratulations, you're a giant bag of dicks, but you married well. But yeah, I like Jealous Again.
I mean, hell, her
and
mom,
Hard to Handle.
And hell, her mom's no slouch either. Like,
Right.
Ever seen Everboard?
Yeah. That's my favorite Foo Fighters song.
Hello, I've waited here for you. Overboard. That same truck was used in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, really?
That scary ass old Dodge.
Yeah.
That's Galen. That's a bigger version of AJ's first car.
Yeah, but Chevy Chase is a giant bag of dicks also. Like really big bag of dicks. Like huge fucking just dripping. Yeah, all right.
Trippy.
Steve.
Know what you shouldn't touch?
Super freak.
You shouldn't touch this. You can't touch this, in fact. Courtesy of McHammer.
I touched that.
I gotta burn my hand now.
So you have the...
I'm
You-
covered
wait,
vaccinated.
you burned that.
No.
That wasn't the hand you burned, was it? That was the left hand.
Not burn. No. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Left arm, firework in the arm, 2013, and cut early this year. So, yeah, my injuries have been very sinister.
That's
If
great.
if I injure right arm, barring however badly my right shoulder hurts, I'd be in big trouble.
That
You're approaching normal. That's quite impressive.
Amazing. Yeah. All right, yeah, I've been really careful. I've been wearing my cutting glove at work. Like every time I have to cut anything, especially strawberries. And I've only always cut myself with small knives, never the big ones.
It would be funny to say customers.
Dude, there was
If
one.
only.
Never mind. Steve, I didn't realize this song was this new, even though 1990's 31 years ago.
It is and when it was.
Heart.
All I want to do is make love to you.
That's such a great song because it's like I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be your friend. All I want to do is fuck you. That's what the song is about. And I love
it.
The next
sounds like
one.
the kinder gentler version of any Steel Panther song.
Sure. What do you got next? What'd you bring next? Because I can have one of mine, but I can have one of yours too.
Yeah. Well, do you want to try with this?
What's the ABV? That's talk. That's a lot of liquid. If that's the next one I have, that's the last one I'm having before we go eat, and I have another one.
Fair enough. 6.7, so it's a little hefty.
Well,
right.
no, it's really just the volume of the liquid and not the ABV, as alluding to the. I haven't checked the we've got to be over 2,000 downloads now, which is hilarious and great. We need to do another on location one. We can go back to pour.
One. Yeah,
I'd say we go back to pour. What else did you bring?
A tall bottle for share. Shit. Or don't this.
What kind of tall bottle? Let me see what it is. Then I'll judge.
This one I had when Leighton was here.
Did you drink it?
No.
Yeah, let's share that.
All right.
We can use the beer. All right, so I don't want to use the beer glasses or the I don't want to use the bourbon glasses with wine. Mm-hmm. But with beer's fine. Beer's not going to stain it.
This one's not quite 8%.
Let's do that.
But this is the Perlenbacher Imperial.
I'll wait till
lager.
you finish yours.
Fix that in a hurry. But this was something from Lidl.
Yeah, I don't want to put wine in the bourbon. Like the beer's not going to stain it, but a wine might stain the glass eventually, right? Well, it's a glass.
Yeah, it's glass, so that shouldn't be a concern. It's not like it's a plastic glass, so anything that's going to be red grapes or red tomatoes could stain it. A beer, no.
Yeah, we'll just drink it out of these then. And then it might make it taste. I don't think that's how that works, but
meanwhile, I've got that Steel Panther song stuck in my head.
And it happens.
All I want to do is fuck myself tonight. It's so funny.
I'm not that flexible.
I love that band so much.
Next up.
We
did Heart, and we're on the same list, so.
Can't touch this Vogue.
Vogue. We didn't do Vogue. That's a great video. Holy shit, that smells like the old Lowenbrow. That's exactly what that smells like.
That's lamb brew to you.
Whatever. That's what that smells like. It's very
Heineken-y.
Yeah.
Like old school Europe.
Mm-hmm. I'll wait. I'm gonna wait until you finish yours. So, I'm a gentleman.
Hey, hold your beer. Watch this.
Hold on a second. I had a little bit of Captain Peanut Butter left.
This has a decent amount remaining.
All right, I can help you with that too.
Coming down over with the Perpetual Outrage.
Oh yeah, you didn't say what you were drinking. By who? Please tell me it's the name is Perpetual and the name of the beer is Outrage.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, this is another new anthem from Wilmington, North Carolina.
New Anthem?
New Anthem.
I've never heard of them.
This was random. This is part of my Lowe's find back a few months ago.
They weren't, when Emily and I went to Wilmington for our anniversary, they weren't
popping up.
No.
Who are you? I'm not finding anything more useful on this. A double dry hopped India Pale Ale.
All right. I assume it's
Perpetual
good.
Outrage. Yes. Since it was discount beer, like they
good.
blanked out the barcode on it, so
They do that so that
so when you scan it, like just use the discount tag instead. It's like,
so as a produce manager,
this was easily one. This is one of the best, markdown beers I found. That's like, I don't follow sports. I just like to chase cheap stuff.
That's okay.
And sometimes it works.
That's a sport in and of itself. As a produce manager, if I went to Teeter I was making chili for myself because Emily doesn't like anything. But I needed a green bell pepper, and they didn't have any regular ones, but they had the organic ones. So I went to self-checkout, and since I know all the price lookup numbers on everything, I just rang it up as a regular one.
Because
they're the same price lookup number.
Ooh,
because they have
that's handy.
Because when you order, there's a lot of overlap because Teeter gets a lot of the same shit we do. So most supermarket chains have the same price lookup numbers. So you just type in 4065, it's green bell pepper, straight through the line, 69 cents.
Cool.
Instead of $2.59.
Or go to cheap German grocer. Aldi's easier to come by. More on that in a moment. And get the 3-pack for like $1.50.
I need to go to the
costs slightly cheaper.
We need to go to Bosnia Market on Central.
Yeah,
the Bosnian Market.
I'm not taking time off for it, but Wednesday, the Lidl in University City opens.
Where?
Duck Creek, between 29 and 85. So right around the corner from Saucer.
Oh.
And it keeps not popping up on the website, but they said it's 6/16 they open.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. I'm not going there at 5 a.m. to be disappointed by my pithy gift card, but, go in and get a free gift bag, some coupons, whatever. And that's going to be real handy, like being right off 85 and not have to go through Concord Mills, which is funny to see one there and the one at Concord Mills that opened a few years ago.
Yeah.
I can only hope this one gets a little better kept.
There's one.
The Concord Mills
Idaho.
store. Yeah, I've been there.
It's got to be closer than Concord Mills, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the one you usually go to?
The Concord Mills one, it's a good go-to after work. Like, drop by there, find stuff cheap, come back.
Right.
Or the Aldi on the far side of the Ollie's Mart.
Oh.
I've scouted all this out a lot. I try to share knowledge of the random shit. It's still like the Matthews Ollie's better. But if you've been to an Aldi, you've been to them all. Like, you can't always find your AC/DC Back in Black for $9.
But you can find...
It's so funny to find, it's a vinyl there. Like, you did what? Where?
Isn't that where you got the Nintendo luggage cards?
No, those are Walmart for like $1 a pop.
Okay. Yeah, we used those on the way back from Tampa, and it's
nice.
Fantastic. Because Emily's has one that says comes with baggage, but I was like, we're putting that on there too. She's like, why? I was like, well, because you come with baggage, but I come with vintage. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. I look funny, but I'm making money, see?
Rest in peace, dude.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That got a lot of likes on the opposite lock. There was something that was, I think it was a bumper sticker. It says, I prefer cars with the boom. Because it was about internal combustion. And I said, I prefer girls with the boom. And I once got busy in a Burger King bed. Got quite a bit of traction. And somebody said, rest in peace on your recent passing.
Nice.
That was great.
I think it was an opposite like where I got my most likes on a post ever when somebody had posted something with a lower Jeep Ratmobile Patriot Compass something.
Lower?
To which I said, it's a Jeep thing. I don't understand.
Indeed.
And it went north of 250 likes.
Oh, nice.
It's like, I'm pretty sure you'd appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't find where that post was or where the screen caps were because probably previous phone, and upon swapping phones, like took memory card out of Vodafone, it slips my hand in my bedroom. I can't find that 64 gig SD card anywhere. Where'd it go? It's like it wasn't anything terribly important.
No.
It was just a lot of dumb shit I could share with the world.
Yes,
and
but it's still your dumb shit.
Yes. It was curated, damn it. And now it's disease rated.
Fair. I love...
That's your episode title.
Disease rated?
Disease rated is the opposite of curated.
I love this song. I'll get over you. I know I will. I'll pretend my ship's not sinking.
Oh, goodness. And it took me a long time to realize ship.
My shit's not sinking.
Because I'm 9 years old, and this could be the funniest thing ever.
Well, I used to think in Outshined that Chris Cornell said where the dogs are shedding, but he says shitting.
Yep.
Yeah. And
because fertilizer.
As far as I know,
that
doesn't get bleeped out.
No.
It's shitting.
It was, I guess, obscure enough, or that wasn't a radio hit, though.
Not well.
My first exposure to it was in Road Rash.
Yeah.
And that was, edgy video game back in the day because we got full motion video. It's like, yeah, we're illegal street racing, and like, hey, pay no attention to this crazy blonde and like whatever video mock-up this is.
Yeah. Justify My Love from Madonna, which was a really sexy fucking video. And also, what you got next?
Freedom.
I won't let you
Freedom.
down. I don't know
Freedom.
the best. Gotta give her what you take.
Dog bless you, George Michael. You handsome devil, you.
The Sundays. Here's where the story ends. Do you remember that? It's that little souvenir of a terrible year. You don't remember that?
Nope. That's not popping up on my Googleage either.
That was such a good song. It's one of those poppy Britpop songs from 1990, but it's really good. The Sundays were fronted by a lady. A damn good-looking one, too. Don't remember her name.
Well,
Harriet Wheeler. I know something Steve doesn't.
Congratulations.
There we go. There's the Sundays.
Whoops.
That's okay. I just knocked over a bottle of
I'm gonna fuck all of them. What?
50-year-old Jack Daniels.
It's like, yeah, it's not filled entirely because it's evaporating. It's like, well, luckily it doesn't leak, so there's that. Otherwise, it'd be really weird. It's like, what happened to your desk?
Well,
Jack Daniels from 1962 got poured up on my desk.
Yeah,
so there's that.
Funny you should mention that. You know what? Here we go. Here's the Sundays. Well, here's an ad. I'll never buy your product, and I'm never going to buy YouTube Red. I will happily sit here for 10 or 15 seconds or skip your ad.
That's really unfortunate that they land that color. Because otherwise, like, yes, I'm not going to buy a YouTube Red, but to buy RedTube is a completely different thing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, this wasn't the Cranberries?
No.
That's a trap they fell into that...
You remember it now?
Yeah.
I'll fast forward to the... Right. Now you know it.
Yeah. Something I've heard and didn't know who it is because I thought it was somebody else.
The Sundays. Here's where the story ends, and it's totally decent. I really, really like that song.
Hey, man, I've been wrong before, and I plan on being wrong again.
I don't. But I'm also prepared for disappointment.
Same diff.
Next up.
I was cold, and the bill
When your guitar sounds like a chainsaw, you've been.
thunderstruck.
Oh. That was
like, you're
90?
not. It was 90 from Razor's Edge. Like that was easily the biggest track off of that. That and Money Talks.
Jesus Christ. I didn't realize that was 90.
And they also had Mr. for Christmas.
Dude.
It was probably their biggest post 1982 effort.
Yeah.
It doesn't exactly make it good, but they got 3 hits out of that one off the Razor's Edge.
Greg was telling me about an interview they had with Angus and Malcolm. I think it might have been, I don't know, I'm not a big AC/DC fan, but it was after one of their albums. Like, what would you say to your critics that say this album sounds just like the last one? He goes, well, that's not fair. This album sounds like every one of the other albums we've ever done.
That is the quintessential A, fuck, and 2, you.
Yeah. Like, certain bands just sound like...
Yeah, of like the AC/DC Motorhead, it's going to be the chainsaw guitars and vocals. Enjoy it.
That is what it is.
Stay a while.
Yep. Unskinny Bop from Poison.
Oh, man.
I don't mind that song.
Such a catchy tune.
It makes me want popcorn. Because they make an unskinny popcorn.
Is it extra buttery? What the hell?
There's a little less on top.
Unskinny pop. Oh,
we need to mash.
Like, oh my Allah! Look at the cat dragged in. It's the unskinny pop.
We need to mash up that and the Scat Man. Skinny pop wee pop.
This is the best worst idea ever. To go on.
Sorry, listener.
Not sorry.
Ooh. Saying I love you.
Ooh, Lamborghini words from Extreme.
It is. Have you seen Jack Black and Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, it's like do a note for note, word for word, frame for frame redo of it.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
My latest extreme go-to was Wholehearted upon Punk's demise. And what a creepy fucking album cover it was that I dug up for that one. With like the lady's face, like one like super giant eyeball.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this a thing? Like, fuck it. I'm going to creep MySpace out with this.
Have you Sean Colvin's album? Oh, by the way, I'm covering Saturday when I go to Common. I'm playing Common Market Saturday. Monroe Road.
Oh, wow.
Playing there 1 to 4 in the afternoon.
That's exactly when Bob and Debbie are in town to scout out Vintner's Hill, so I can't.
Jesus.
Really can't make that one. It's like,
well, tomorrow night's in Concord at Buzz Viking. Have some mead.
I'm going to be a long way from Concord by that point, but good luck.
Yes, I will do.
Katink.
Yes.
All right, let's see what the hell this beer is.
It's Imperial Heineken. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah. Oh, tell you about the Armenian beers at Ararat. They taste just like Heineken.
I figured.
It's funny. It's like it was just the go-to European beer taste, and prior to more foreign offerings,
look at the it messes with your. It messes with your.
It looks like Loki.
Yeah, with
like
3 eyes.
Whoever previous encounter was assessed with Tom Tom Todd, whoever that guy is. That's
Yeah.
Loki. Yeah, it was a bad time 6 years ago.
Yep. Now
But
you don't have to worry about that
nope.
anymore.
She's not my cuss. Not anymore.
Nope.
But it's funny. It's like, it totally looks like that guy.
So, Common Market, I've learned that song, playing that song, Sonny Came Home, which is a great song. You know what it's about?
Sounds very Talking Headsy, if I recall correctly.
Just burns down the house. Also playing Rick Beato's new What Makes This Song Great episode from this week. It's from the Batman Forever soundtrack.
Seal
Kiss from a
of
Rose.
approval.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way,
the
listen-
latest CJH was T-Rex's Bang a Gong,
Oh, nice.
to which the lesbian co-host of the radio program was like, well, I don't swing that way, but I'm the gong. Like, it's just such a rad song. Like, I need to get more verse in T-Rex. Like, they are the better Rolling Stones. And apparently kept singing about car crash and whatnot. Oddly enough, dies in a car wreck in a Mini in 77.
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
How British is that?
very. It's like, I don't know if he is.
That's not what I...
Yeah, but...
He actually FaceTimed Seal during the episode and was asking him questions about it. He's like, let me call Seal real quick.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I was like, that's the
Like,
biggest
how
flex
and
I've
what
ever seen.
hey, don't that there can do no. The fact that, well, yeah, Chris Hand is very open about like being able to drop him a line, say hey, he'll send you a link to the archive.
Yeah.
So by proxy, like, hey, can I get in touch with Bluey and blah blah? Like, maybe I need to make a donation on his Instagram page, whatever have you, because he's been doing a lot of live shows, like during pandemic, whatever have you. And my nose is itchy. Ew, I can burn my hand now. It was funny. It's like by proxy, being able to feel more connected with these artists you love. And that's just super cool. Like, it was courtesy of the Matt Farah podcast that he popped up. And like, well, that's cool as hell. Never mind. I attempted to send Matt Farah 2 links to Lexus GS430s that he might have been interested in. It's like, yep. I don't need more of these. Thank you. And this is right before he picked up much more exotic things.
Right.
I tried, damn it.
And I went back and listened to Crazy from Seal. I was like,
His first hit is so cool. Like, what is that keyboard track? It's so cool.
Well, during Kiss from a Rose, I didn't realize it goes from a major chord. It goes from major to minor. Like, did you know when it's not? It goes to minor there, and then it goes back to major. It keeps it interesting, and you can't help but listen to it, and it's so well recorded. And he was saying,
Didn't pay that much attention. Now I'm just thinking of the keyboard track and Crazy. He was like,
it's a pop music. That was pop music. He was voted the best singer that year, like male vocalist of the year. Pop music used to be there's a place for easy, 2 and 3 chord songs, but like. It used to be that it was sophisticated and melody heavy and driven, and now it's just like the same fucking loop of music the whole way through, and then like a trap beat, and then it's just so fucking boring.
what the hell, the trap beat?
Any
Or
hip hop
like-
you've heard in the last 5 years,
So half of what I keep
very
hearing at
very
work.
fast high.
If only it sounded like that.
Yeah.
I need the drum to purr. I keep badgering like dude at work with the phone connected to Bluetooth, like play Prodigy.
Man in the Box was 90 because Facelift was 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what an unfortunate album cover. It's like
Well, you know what? I always thought that guy looked like the lead singer of Hoobastank.
How does that look like Sloth from the
Face-
Goonies, but
face.
like got like stretched?
Face
and,
stank.
like-
I've had face stank before. After you don't wash
I think that's what happens when I shave my beard. What the fuck?
Hooba face.
That sounds less awful.
Been caught stealing. Fucking hate that song. In Vogue, Don't Let Go. I think I know that one. I know Never Gonna Get It, but Don't Let Go, I don't think I'm gonna make you sweat.
Damn.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum.
Let's talk about baby.
The German number for 6. Essay. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about
sex, baby.
Let's talk about 6 babies. Yes. Talk about yous and me's. Let's talk about yous and squirrels and all those bad things that may be. Let's talk about 6.
There's so many
Oh,
good
crap
ones.
shits.
There's so many good ones. Hold On from Wilson Phillips. I like that
Nice.
song. I like it. I don't. But Friends in Low Places from Garth Brooks was 90.
Dude, that's a banger.
It's not a terrible song. It's actually good. I think, what's your favorite Garth Brooks song if you have one? Mine's Thunder Rolls.
Friends with prices may be it. Friends with low prices? Friends with low
Friends
prices.
with Low Prices. It's a Walmart tribute.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm completely unfamiliar with the Chris Gaines era. And if you're going to try to rockify yourself, Chris Gaines is not a rock star name, bro.
I'd be Skullfuck. Morris Day, Jerk Out. I don't remember
At
that.
the motherfucking time. Like,
I don't remember
Clerks
that.
2 ruined Morris Day for us all.
Dance. No, they didn't. They were good. I Touch Myself.
Goodness.
That was what Matt walked down the aisle to when he married his husband. Was Touch Myself. I was like, this is the best wedding I've ever been to, including my own. This is fantastic. Silent Lucidity from Queensryche. Been a while since I've heard that shit.
That's funny considering I talked metal with a coworker that had an Ice Earth shirt earlier. No one's going to be clamoring for the debut Ice Earth album, but The Funeral is a rad song.
Yeah.
That was picking up the torch from Iron Maiden 10 years prior. But that's mostly instrumental. And then When the Night Falls, like, it's been years since I listened to Iced Earth. So I camped out in the car during lunch break to rock out to that and eat an entire bag of Ritz. What's up?
Now I'm on Wiki, the Billboard 100 singles, and there's It Must Have Been Love from Roxette was 90.
Oh, that was on the Pretty Woman soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And my folks had that in the early CD days. So, like, I had no idea what this was. I didn't watch the movie till way later. It's like,
I did too.
Why the hell is an R-rated movie? Like, it's just them talking.
Right. Yeah, they're not actually showing fucking.
Is it standard H transmission? My H has multiple legs. So does yours.
Nothing Compares to You.
Ooh.
It was 90.
Little Schneid.
And also. Yeah.
That girl is poison.
Belle Bib DeVoe.
And that's frankly more fun than a Poison Offering.
Really is. Cradle of Love from Billy Idol. Rock the cradle of love.
Stick to the 80s metal, man. Although his cameo in The Wedding Singer was pretty
That was
fabulous.
great, yeah. Steve, how am I supposed to live without you? Tell me how am I supposed to carry on?
Holy shnikes, Michael Bolton.
90. Actually, just call me Mike.
Somewhere I have a pair of Michael Bolton tapes.
Fuck yes. Do you have any on black? Do you have Blackjack on 8-track?
No. In my
You have Black Track on 8-jack?
Yeah, but I'm no longer allowed in Kansas for it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Toto.
The band, not the state.
Okay.
The dog.
Ooh,
What?
Don't Know Much from Linda Ronstadt and Aaron Neville. That's a pretty song.
What was that? I don't know much.
But I know I love you.
I would have guessed that was from the 60s.
90.
Wow.
That may be.
Oh, man, that is such a good one.
I feel like I know Lisa Stansfield all around the world. I feel like I should know that. I'll look it up later. Rub You the Right Way from Johnny Gill. Holy shit. Nelson is on. Oh, Love Will Lead You Back from Taylor Dayne. You remember that? Love will lead you back. Someday I just know that.
No, but
You don't remember
mentioned,
that?
You mentioned Taylor Dayne, and I'm
Tell
thinking
it
of
to
the
my heart.
Tig. That song.
Yeah.
Tig Notar's bit about meeting Taylor Dayne
I don't remember that.
and how fucking awkward it was initially.
Really?
Hey, I really like the sound of your voice, and if looks could kill, she'd been murdered. It went very badly. And then, like, eventually, like, she bumps into her again,
Yeah.
and then, all right, it's a little nicer. And then third time around, like, she'll randomly pop up at her comedy shows to, like, bust out a minute of music. Like,
Interesting.
they made peace, but it was quite the fuse to, it's like, all right, you haven't had a hit in 30 years. Yeah, please indulge us.
One more hit than I've got.
Yeah, but yeah, like it could. You advance to that little dichotomy. It's like if somebody says, like, "Hey, I'm Bleebly, I love the sound of your voice," and blah blah. Try to be a bit nice about it.
Yeah.
It's. I don't feel it's a big threat. It's like, how would I encounter fame on that level? That you're a person, you did a thing, people love it.
Well,
Or the best I could do was like friends of friends at Saucers, like, "Yeah, you're Steve." It's like, yes, I've got a cooler plate than you.
guess what, Steve?
Chicken butt.
Step by step. Ooh, baby.
Wow.
Gonna get to you, girl.
The old boys around the corner, you say.
Uh-huh. And also, Steve, they found candles, lighters, but we didn't start.
The fire?
Yep.
It's technically 89.
Harry
but I'll allow
Truman,
it.
Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific,
Probably-
Walter Winchell, Joe
By then
DiMaggio,
it was
Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe.
Things Can't Steve sing.
Rosenberg,
Like,
H. Bomb, Sugar Ray, Parmesan, Brando, the King and Night Catcher.
That's funny shit. It's like, I can't be bothered to remember any of this. I have always loved that song.
Eisenhower
but
vaccine. England's got a new queen. Marciano
was
Liberace
probably-
Santillana. Goodbye.
that was Prezi, Lennon Johnson, whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I Don't Have the Heart from James Ingram. I don't have the heart to hurt you. You don't remember that? Be the last thing I want to do. R&B. early R&B. Ooh, Rhythm Nation, Janet Jackson. That was a great fucking album. That was a good one. Man, there's so many. There's so many good ones on here. Ooh, Here and Now. Luther Vandross.
Oh, I was thinking the
Oh,
more Britpop, people like here and now, blah 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 blah.
Oh, Jesus, who sings it? What's the name?
Like Legend of Cleo. I
yeah,
think.
that's right.
But
Never parallel the challenge of an acquisition of the here and never parallel the challenge of an acquisition is the words. But I never parallel the challenge of an acquisition.
What the hell?
I looked it up one time.
That was twice too many. Like, congratulations, knowing what the hell that is. Like, I'm content with being gibberish. It's a cute song, and I can't be bothered with this. Look any of that up.
Damn it, I got it. I pulled it up. I think about it might be the comfort of a knowledge of a rise above the sky, but I never parallel the challenge of an acquisition of the here and now. There it was. I forgot the first part.
Shit.
The comfort of a knowledge of a rise above the sky, but never parallel the challenge of an acquisition of the here and now. Well, there we go. I can play that Saturday. Nobody will fucking know it.
Goodness.
That's great. Blame It on the Rain from Milli Vanilli.
Before that all fell apart.
Uh-huh. One of the original singers, the actual Milli Vanilli, died recently. Not Rob or Fab, the actual people.
Billy Manillan.
I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
Usually.
All right, cool. Black Box, everybody. Kiss forever. Fuck you, Kiss. Just a Friend. It says 19, but I thought it was 89.
Wow, I always thought that was earlier.
I thought it was 89.
But I heard one of the covers, and I joked my coworker who has command of the jukebox at work, like, this is the better version. And then proceeded to do my rejected walrus version of it.
Well, we're going to end. We're ending this.
We'll still sing this. We'll still sing this.
It's not good.
We're ending this with There's a Place, Steve.
In hell.
Probably, but we're in good company.
Always
It's a shack.
line up for you.
Some people would call it a love shack. It's a little...
Shack!
That was my introduction to being horny for redheads. You too?
I gotta blame Disney for that.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Between that
Ariel?
and the Little Mermaid, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that what System of a Down song's about?
Sugar! No.
When you lose small mind, you free your wood. It's either wing time, knot time, Mexican time, all that shit. 90s in the books. I say either we have Miss Mullen on. She wants to be a guest, but she wants after 6 o'clock. But if we do it on a Friday, we can do it.
Well,
After
we'll
6.
figure something out.
Or we can do it on location with a guest, which we've never done. That might work, actually. It's time to eat. Well, Steve, 90s in the books. It's been fun. It's been real.
And not one joke about P90X and the workouts we're never going to do. Neat.
Yeah, because I can still see my dick standing up. And you can too. That's my rule. I'm not going on a diet if I can see it while I'm standing up. If I look down, I can still see it. I'm not going on a diet.
I checked and I'm sitting down. What? Time out.
All right. Well, Steve, 90s in the books. He's Steve.
He's still AJ.
And we're done. Bye-bye.
And toodles, threedles, 90 whatever.
Bye.